Hey, this is Dylan from SlickText, and in this video, I'm going to give you a tour of the SlickText Inbox. SlickText is not only great for sending mass text message campaigns, it also gives you the ability to connect one-on-one with your individual contacts. We'll walk through some of the capabilities of the SlickText Inbox that can help your team manage these one-on-one conversations. We'll take a tour of the inbox, then discuss how to set a conversation status, assign a conversation, tag conversations, and use bulk actions. Let's start by taking a high-level tour of the SlickText Inbox. To get to the inbox, click Inbox on the left navigation bar. You'll notice that the inbox will automatically default to the expanded screen, minimizing the left navigation bar. You can click on the small arrow in the top left corner above the inbox icon to completely hide and unhide the left navigation bar. Conversations, located here, are text message interactions with individual contacts. The list of conversations that you'll see in this column is defined by what you've selected in the left column. My conversations are conversations assigned to you as an individual user. All conversations include every conversation between your contact and your brand, regardless of who the conversation is assigned to. In some cases, users may not have permission to view all conversations. Tagged conversations are organized based on tags you've applied to them. If you have permission, you can view conversations assigned to other teammates. You can set or modify these permissions in the inbox settings. Clicking on a conversation will show the full history of messages you've sent or received from the contact, including campaign and workflow messages. The search bar up here gives you the ability to quickly find a conversation. You can search based on either message content or contact information like name or phone number. If I wanted to start a one-on-one text to a contact, I could click this blue compose icon to compose and send that message. Now, let's dive a little deeper into conversations and how to navigate through them. Here, in the list of conversations, you'll see every text message interaction with individual contacts who you've sent one-on-one messages to, or who have replied to one of your campaigns or automated texts. The list you see is defined by the filter or folder you select. I've selected all conversations assigned to me, for example. You can easily distinguish between unread and read conversations. Conversations are unread if the message has not been opened by you or one of your teammates. Let's click on this conversation. The conversation displays the entire history of my interactions with this contact. That includes messages sent and received, notes that I've recorded, and key system events. By clicking these three dots up here, you'll be able to perform a few actions. You can mark the thread read or unread, and download the message transcript, which includes the entire history of messages between your brand and this contact. You can also filter out what you don't want to see. Let's briefly discuss the types of content you'll see in the conversation. Inbox messages are one-on-one text messages between you or your team members and your contact. You can also view other types of text messages, like campaigns. These include messages sent from your brand to your contact using the SlickText campaign functionality, or automations like workflows and auto-responses. Notes are these yellow boxes in the conversation that you or other SlickText users on your team can leave. They're helpful internal messages to leave in a conversation to reference for the future. Leave a note by toggling to the Note tab down here. Last is events. SlickText will record key events about the conversation, such as status change or when the conversation was assigned to a new person. If I want to see a quick glance at Patrick's contact information, I can click this icon to see what we have stored about him in SlickText. Patrick texted me his email in this text, and I want to make sure we store that. So I'm going to copy and paste it here to save it to his contact. To reply to Patrick, all I have to do is type the message in this message box and hit send. I can also add attachments, emojis, and use merge tags. Each conversation in your inbox can be assigned to a specific user on your team. Let's walk through assigning and unassigning conversations. Next to the conversation status dropdown, you'll see the assignment dropdown. Assigning conversations to an individual allows you to organize conversations and create ownership, but it doesn't limit who can see and respond to them. If you want to limit who can view and respond to a conversation, enable private conversations in the inbox settings. I'm going to assign this conversation to myself, and you'll see that this conversation can now be found both in the All Conversations and My Conversations folders. If you have permission, you'll see conversations based on who they're assigned to under Teammates Conversations. Conversations can also be auto-assigned by the system based on rules such as random assignment or round robin. Check out the general inbox settings if you'd like to customize the way that conversations are auto-assigned to users, restrict who can assign a conversation, or enable private conversations. There are 3 different statuses a conversation might be in: open, pending, and closed. Up at the top of this conversation, you'll see this message's status is open, which is automatically set anytime a message is received from a contact. You can click here to change the status to pending or closed. Let's say you're awaiting a response from your contact. Marking a conversation pending changes its color, as you can see, and provides a visual cue to help you organize your inbox. Depending on your settings, closing a conversation can unassign it automatically, which is the default setting, and remove any tags you've set. This will not delete the conversation history, and if the contact replies, the conversation will reopen automatically. Tagging is a great way to categorize conversations based on subject matter, reason for following up, or any other need for your business. This drop-down here is where you can tag a conversation. The conversation between Patrick and my brand is in regards to one of my specific retail locations. I'm going to tag it with that city name so I can have context immediately when I open this thread. You can use multiple tags if that's applicable to certain conversations. Now that I tagged this conversation, I can quickly find it here under Tagged Conversations. In order to make a new tag, you'll need to create one from the Inbox Tag settings. Go to Settings, then Inbox Settings, and select Inbox Tags to see the list of all the tags I've already created. Let's create a new tag together. I'm going to name it Refund. For description, I'll say Refund Request Subject Matter and select a color. I can toggle this on if I wanted to remove this tag when the conversation is closed. In this case, I do want that on, so if we complete the refund, close the conversation, and down the road they text us about something else, we won't get confused by the refund tag attached to the conversation. Hit save, and now we can use our new refund tag directly from the inbox. Finally, let's go over bulk actions, which allow you to make changes to multiple conversations at the same time. To make a bulk action, I can select individual conversations like this, or I can check this box to select all. From here, I'll be able to change the conversation status, who the conversations are assigned to, tag the conversations, or mark the conversations as read or unread. I hope you found this tour of the SlickText Inbox helpful. For more information about the inbox or other SlickText capabilities, search our Help Center, or call, email, or chat with our support team. We love to talk to our customers.